guys, it's Meg. What's up? What's poppin'? Welcome to the season 14 finale. Have you ever been in an opportunity and believed you were not worthy enough for it? Well, you're not alone. You just might have imposter syndrome. So what is it? And I'm very excited to be talking about this. I feel like I've been talking about imposter syndrome this whole entire season, so this is perfect. The first source we have is actually the National Library of Medicine, the National Center for Biotechnology Information. We're getting sciencey up in here, but don't worry, this is still the Hey Guys, It's Meg podcast, so it's the Hey Guys, It's Meg version. So what exactly is imposter syndrome? It is also known as imposter phenomenon, and it was first described in 1978 by psychologists Pauline Clance and Suzanne Imes. And at first, it was thought to be just a feeling highly accomplished women had, but further research over the years has shown that it can affect anyone, including men. So what exactly is imposter syndrome? Here's the definition that they gave. They said, people with imposter syndrome attribute their success to external factors rather than their own merit, and believe that most, if not all, of their achievements are results of chance or error. When I tell you, when I was doing this research, the way I was feeling personally attacked so many different times, common features people with imposter syndrome have is perfectionism, dread of evaluation, fear of failure, defining intelligence in a skewed manner. So either overestimating others or underestimating yourself, guilt about success, generalized anxiety. We're going to skirt. 2 minutes in. We're going to skirt on the fear of failure because they didn't say this was a thing, but I have learned that I don't have a fear of failure. I feel like I have a fear of success because if I had a fear of failure, I wouldn't have continued my podcast. This is the 182 episode. Hey, what's up? It's Editing Meg. For the record, I had gotten no sleep the day before I recorded this. So please ignore the fact I said 182 and not 180 seconds, and then do it again at the end of the episode because I do the same thing. I wouldn't have done any of those episodes. I wouldn't be posting on Instagram every Monday. I wouldn't be posting on my TikTok all the time. So I've come to realize that I don't have a fear of failure, because if I had a fear of failure, I would have given up by now. I wouldn't have continued trying to pursue my dreams. But I do limit myself, and I don't post as much as I probably should be posting, and I don't share the ideas that I come up with as much as I should be. That's my 2 cents. That's my skirting. Now we're going to talk about the 5 subtypes of imposter syndrome. The first one, the perfectionist. You believe that competence is defined by perfection, and anything less than that is considered failure. Focus on what could have been done better. Number 2, the natural genius. You measure your competence by how easily any achievement or success comes to you. Hard work or perseverance is viewed negatively, as success should have come more easily. Number 3, we're calling it the superhero. They said Superman or Superwoman. We're just going to say the superhero. You view competence as the ability to juggle multiple things at once and being successful at it all. Falling short in one area is viewed as a total failure. Number 4, the expert. You measure competence based on your volume of knowledge or skill. You fear being exposed as inexperienced, owning to lack of knowledge. And number 5, the soloist. You measure competence by being successful on your own. Having to ask for help is considered a failure. Now, what I didn't know, and I didn't look this up, we'll figure this out later on in the episode, is can you be a combination of 5, or do you have to be in just one of these categories? Because I feel like I'm a combination. According to helpguide.org, you can be a combination of the subtypes. You might identify as only one part of each category. The second source we have is from Harvard, and it is called Imposter Syndrome, and it was posted on February 26th of 2018. It had a lot of the same info, but some of the stuff that I did pull from here is it was first used to describe highly successful Caucasian women in the U.S. This year, 2026, makes it 48 years since it was first used, and is now known to affect anyone regardless of gender, race, background, nationality, etc., etc. And then the imposter experience is not considered a psychological disorder, which is why they call it imposter phenomenon. And they actually don't like it being called imposter syndrome, but I feel like everybody just knows it as imposter syndrome over imposter phenomenon. Then they gave 5 ways to deal with this, and it was focusing more on graduate programs, because that's the thing, both of these first 2 sources were strictly focusing on like doctors and like people in the medical field. But imposter syndrome can affect anybody. It can affect artists, it can affect construction workers, it can affect, literally does not matter what your job is, you can have imposter syndrome. And I'm going to tell you the 5 ways they gave to deal with it, which is really funny because the third source you're going to see. So they said, number 1, you earned your spot. Number 2, try not to compare yourself to others. Number 3, talk to mentors and trusted resources. Number 4, don't hide. And number 5, don't beat yourself up. And you want to know the crazy thing about those 5 things? The third source we have basically contradicts everything that it said, and it was basically saying that none of that is actually helpful, because you want to know what the third source is, and I was like, why did it take me 3 times to find this? Well, way more. I was looking at so many different pages. The third source is, are you ready for this? I don't think you are. Sit down, buckle up, keep your hands and feet in the vehicle at all times. You ready for this? ImposterSyndrome.com. It is the Imposter Syndrome Institute, the world's #1 source of imposter syndrome solutions. Why, after I'm not even joking, probably 20 minutes of me researching all that other information, why did I find this resource? I was like, this is insane. So when you first click on the source, it comes with a quote, and it says, the only way to stop feeling like an imposter is to stop thinking like an imposter. And it was by Valerie Young. And I just feel like that is so much easier said than done. It is so easy to be like, yeah, I'm going to Uno reverse my own brain. But then when you actually try to do that, you're like, wow, actually, she's stubborn. She don't listen to anything I'm saying. So you may be wondering, because I was wondering, how many people in the world are actually affected by this? There's a trash truck. Of course there is. 1 second. I'm going to pause and then we'll come back in. Okay, we're back. You may be wondering how many people are affected by imposter phenomenon. 70% to 84% of people experience this, based off of studies by Gail Matthews, KMPG, Kajabi, Dropbox, and School of Life. Typical advice like make a list of your accomplishments, get support, or banish your inner critic don't work. And that's why I said it was pretty funny, because source number 2 basically gave us those as ways to deal with imposter syndrome. Now, they said that imposter syndrome is not an interesting self-help topic that you find on a bookshelf at a store. They were saying it's a belief that very much affects people and their ability to succeed. And they said, and I quote, unlearning imposter syndrome requires learning how to think like someone who is genuinely humble but has never felt like an imposter, end quote. And they called this person a humble realist. And it was trademarked, so all the credit to them. And then they had so many sources to click on and articles, and they even had people you can talk to set up a plan. It was actually insane and crazy that this exists in the world and that no one knows about it. I went to a music college, and I feel like imposter syndrome was talked about so much, not only with just my peers and my classmates, but even professors were telling me about that. I remember having a conversation with one of my dance professors about imposter syndrome, and he was telling me how it's something that honestly never really goes away. At least for him it didn't. He said you just have to learn how to deal with it and how to work with it. And for so many years, even now technically, I always viewed imposter syndrome or the imposter phenomenon as this negative thing, as something that I was like, let's get in the ring and let's jump off the top turnbuckle and I'm going to take you out. I'm going to do a little elbow drop on you. I was very much like, I hate having this. I hate always viewing things like this. But then I started to last year. It doesn't last, I'll be honest. It's very back and forth. I started viewing my imposter syndrome instead as this negative, bad thing, but more as a child. You don't want to punch a child in the face, especially if you view it as a younger version of yourself. I started viewing imposter syndrome as a little version of me, and she's scared. And it's I'm not going to obviously punch her in the face. Why would I do that to myself? I'm going to hold her hand. I'm going to be like, we can do this together. And I think trying to learn how to work with your imposter syndrome is so much more beneficial than having it prohibit you. And it's something that I'm still working on. Clearly, I haven't posted to YouTube yet, but I'm trying to retrain my brain. As some would say, I'm trying to Uno reverse it and I'm trying to trick it into believing that this actually isn't as bad of a thing as I think it is. And even though I said all that about imposter syndrome / phenomenon, I do realize and acknowledge it is so much easier said than done. Clearly, I don't always listen to what I preach. And before we do our affirmations, when I was doing research, I actually found a website that gave a test. So we're going to take it live. Let's go find it. It was from Psychology. How do I spell psychology? gtoday.com. Find a therapist. The price of happiness. Are you easily offended? What is happening? I need imposter syndrome. We're gonna just... Yeah, there's a test. We're gonna take the imposter syndrome test live. It says, do you feel like an imposter? Imposter syndrome, also known as the imposter phenomenon, is not an official diagnosis. The feeling of being a fraud is common among high achievers. They can feel they do not deserve their success. These feelings can start at a young age if children experience pressure from parents to achieve. See where you fall on the imposterism scale. Okay, it says it's 20 minutes long, but I hope not. I don't want to edit that out. So first question. I appear accomplished, though that's not how I see myself. I'm gonna go this up. I am filled with self-doubt about my abilities. 100% agree. Other people are much more capable and talented than I am. I'm gonna go neutral. I deserve my success. Well, here. I feel I am faking it at my job. Disagree. I have a chronic feeling of inaccuracy. We'll put here. I really talk about my accomplishments. Agree. I literally posted on my Instagram that I'm trying to get to 20K for the podcast, and it just felt so wrong doing that. I am uncomfortable receiving compliments about my work. Agree. I minimize my accomplishments. Agree. I really compare myself to others. Disagree. I am constantly on social media comparing myself to others. Just so bad. We need to stop doing that. My achievements are the result of chance. We'll go middle. I am playing the part of a successful person. Disagree, but not full disagree. I have earned the good feedback I get. Oh, I haven't. Oh, we almost answered that wrong. I haven't earned the good feedback I get. I'm gonna go neutral. I really feel confident in my abilities. We'll go to there. I feel like I don't measure up. We'll go there. I feel like I'm winging it all the time. Absolutely. I have no clue what I'm doing with my life. I attribute my accomplishments to luck. No, because I do work hard. We'll go half disagree. I feel like a fraud. No, half disagree. I'm uneasy with receiving praise. Kind of agree. I'm afraid of failure. I am unafraid of failure. I take on new challenges gladly. We'll go neutral. We'll score. If they make me put in an email. Oh, wait a dang minute. I feel like I didn't answer these honestly. Because why did it give me a low score? I feel like I have it pretty high. I said I'm at a 36 out of 100. It says that I am low in imposterism. You are not in danger of feeling like a fraud, nor do you suffer from self-doubt. The ability to embrace success is admirable. You know that your achievements have been hard-earned. As a result, you do not miss opportunities to get ahead. What to know? That's actually really funny that they put therapist recommendations down below. I don't like how they know where I live. That's crazy. Did we take this again? Wait, did we take a different type of test? What? Guys, is imposter syndrome not what's stopping me? Did I not answer this? Gaslighting test. That's crazy. Wait, I am questioning my whole life choices right now. Should we take it again? Let's take it again. And let's not do anything in the middle. We're gonna try this one more time. We're gonna redo it. Should I redo it off camera? No, we're gonna redo it. We're gonna do nothing in the middle. We're either gonna say they agree or disagree. Okay, so we did nothing in the middle. We're gonna see now where I score. I went lower this time. I'm at a 33 now. This whole time I thought I had imposter syndrome, and it turns out I just have it a little bit. Now I'm questioning my whole entire life choices. What is stopping me? Is it the fear of success? Oh my goodness, guys. I don't know if I have imposter syndrome. This whole time I thought I did. Well, I technically haven't. I'm on the lower end. So I decided to retake the test a week later and for the third time. And this time I did either a full agree or a full disagree. No neutral, no half yes, no half no's. And I got a 24. Even lower. So then I thought maybe this quiz is just broken. So I decided to hit agree on everything. And I got a 15 out of 100. So then I hit disagree on everything and got an 85. So I don't know how accurate or good that test actually is. So before I spiral, let's just jump into an affirmation and then we'll end our podcast episode because I'm questioning my whole life now. So we're going back to the Inspired by Frida by Carl Pritam. Guys, this whole time I'm like, yeah, it's the imposter syndrome. What the heck is wrong with me? I do have it. I'm on the low end. I don't even want to yap as I shuffle. I didn't even say let's cue the ASMR shuffling. Stop. Let's rewind. Let's cue some ASMR shuffling. That's never ASMR shuffling, but maybe one day it will be. I'm so distraught. I can't believe I forgot to say that. I'm questioning my life choices. I'm also running on 3 hours of sleep. I probably shouldn't have recorded the podcast today, but where there's a will, there's a way. And I have a will, so I found the way. Ooh. This card just... It kind of goes. Cue the drum roll, please. You belong to life. With love and reverence, you will find the peace and harmony of this. And that is our affirmation. So, the next time that you feel like you don't deserve something that you clearly do, just know, maybe you don't have imposter syndrome like me. Maybe you're on the lower end. There's a test. You should go take it. But it affects so many people in the world, so you're not alone. Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of Hey Guys, It's Meg, and thank you for tuning into this whole entire season. I can't believe we are at the end of it. This flew by for me. This year's actually low-key flying by. Why is it about to almost be April? Didn't we just have January? I'm still stuck in 2025, if I'm gonna be so honest with you. But like always, we're gonna take a little month break. Do you know when we're coming back? Because I don't, so 1 second. So we're gonna take, this is coming out March 30th. Pretty sure. We're taking the whole month of April off. So we'll be back May 4th. Oh my gosh, that sounds so far away, but I know it's gonna come up so fast. So for now, I will be active on Instagram, so make sure to follow Hey Guys, It's Meg _podcast on Instagram for updates and good times. Go watch other episodes in the past. Just know the quality might not be great, but you know what? I don't even think the quality is great now either. And I will see you all for season 15. Crazy. 183 episode. That's when I'll see you. And until then, stay safe, be you, and have some fun. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace out, Girl Scouts.